Hello everybody, my name's Hocus Pocus, and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. If you're new around here, then welcome to the Minecraft Let's Play. Of course you haven't been here before, and if you are new, then do not forget to subscribe if you enjoy what you saw in today's episode. So, you might be able to guess what's going on in front of me without me turning the camera. If we take a few steps forward, it is Guardian Mania. So let's take a look. As you can see, the place is filling up. We've got a bunch of loot coming in. And this can only mean one thing, right? It can only mean that I went ahead and completed the farm. And that is exactly what I did do. So, between episodes, I decided that why not go ahead and get work done completing the farm, because a lot of what I had to do was very boring anyway. We had to replace a lot of the bottom layer with soul sand and get rid of the platform that was just under the farm at the top, if you can remember rightly. So I went ahead and did all of that. And now you can see the sort of rates that we're getting in this farm, and it is quite insane. So every second we're getting about 2 or so guardians coming down the chute, I would say. And as I say that, it kind of does slow down a little bit, doesn't it? But you know what I mean, it's very, very quick. And I'm telling you guys, I've been using this for a bit of experience, and it fills your bar up so fast, it repairs your tools so fast, and your weapons so fast. This is simply amazing. So I'm going to hop on out of here and we're going to do a few things. We're going to take a look at the monument first of all, or the farm itself I should say. The monument is gone. It is completely gone. So let's swim up on out of here and we can just go ahead and see what's going on. So if we hop up here, you can see we've got so many guardians coming through the system. Let's take a fly up above, and if we swoop down quickly you'll see, whoa, it looks empty at the moment. What's going on? Okay, no, it's not empty, but you can see just how many guardians are coming through the system. Whoa, the squids are flying. That's strange. So this is the maximum size that you can possibly make a guardian farm, 58 by 58. So pretty much every spawning platform is covered, and that means, you can probably work out what that means. That means that every single guardian that spawns into the world around this monument is going to be pushed straight up into our farm and into our killing chamber. And that is why there are so many guardians flowing through the system. So if we come down here, you can see Ocean Monument is completely gone. I don't actually have the conduit anymore, so it's hard to see. But the Ocean Monument is being completely taken away. And the bottom layer of the build itself has now been replaced with soul sand. And of course, you guys all know that the soul sand is what's pushing the guardians up into the farm, and then they eventually flow through this chute here and into the killing chamber down below. So things are looking up for us. And now we can finally start working on the more fun parts of the build, i.e. the killing chamber down below and anything else that we decide to build down there. So before I go ahead and jump to the next phase of this video, I do want to share something with you guys quickly, something that's quite interesting. So let's swim over here so that we can have a block to stand on and not drown ourselves. So if we go into the pools menu and go into statistics and items and then times mined, you can see that the prismarine blocks are now right up at the top. So we've mined a total of 6,613 prismarine, 6,188 of the prismarine bricks, and if we scroll down a little bit further, we should be able to see how many of the other blocks in the Ocean Monument that we mined. So we mined 245 dark prismarine. Obviously that's not as much as the other two, but it just shows you how many blocks. You're looking at around 12,000, probably close to 14,000 blocks altogether to mine out the Ocean Monument. And trust me, it is a task that takes a lot of patience. So I'm so glad we've got it over and done with. And I think, as I said, now we're going to go ahead and work on the killing mechanism and the killing chamber down below and get that place looking awesome. So I'm down here at the Guardian farm, and I've dropped off all of our inventory back at the base. We've got 2 empty shulker boxes and then a few resources in here. And I have a slight plan as to what I want to do with this room. So I've got one thing in mind that I want to implement into the design. But at the moment I'm just kind of mindlessly clearing out some space, which is not good because I'm not entirely sure how the rest of the design is going to go. As I said, there's one aspect of this room that I definitely do want to implement, and I know exactly how I want to do it, and I don't know, however, where I want it to go. So it's getting a bit tough to picture how the room's going to look before creating it, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if I'm going to carry on digging, or maybe I'll just start work right here, get the intricate details in, maybe block the farm off. That might be a good idea so that I can actually work without being disrupted. And then go from there. That might be a better idea. However, sorry, not however. Whatever way I decide to move on from here, I'll of course keep you updated. But as I said, I've got one particular thing in mind that I do want to build. So if we can get started on that and maybe hint towards it or release to you the idea in today's video, that would be pretty damn cool. So why not get to work? Okie dokie guys, welcome back to the video. So as you can see, we've got some sort of structure coming together here. So this might look familiar to you, and if it does, that is probably because you've watched the Hermitcraft series, or you are watching the Hermitcraft series, season 6 at the moment. And I have went ahead and, well, basically, I like the design that they used in their Guardian farm, the one that Cubfan built with Iskall. And I thought I'd go ahead and copy it somewhat because I just really like how they laid out the design. So I went ahead and built this. It's somewhat similar to what they had, using some upside down stairs, some regular stairs, the prismarine blocks on the side. And I think so far it looks pretty good. Of course, I'm going to make some alterations to it as we progress here, but I do like the way it looks so far. So we're going to keep this design going. And what I need to do now is do a ton of building, because as I said, there's one feature that I want to add into this farm. So hopefully I can go ahead and get that installed. It's gonna take a lot of work, and it's gonna mean that part of the room is gonna be quite grand, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the end. So as I said, there's gonna be a lot of digging going on now and a lot of planning, because I need to make sure that the room is structured in a way that we can get this going without basically putting any barriers in the way for future segments of this area. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of time now to dig out the required area, the required land. I'm going to do a bit of planning to make sure that we can fit in everything that we need to fit into this room. And then I will maybe show you guys or hint to you guys at what I've came up with. Okay, you guys, so I thought I'd bring you back to quickly check this out. So I've done a bit of digging and we've got this humongous space, this humongous canvas ready to be worked on. So at this point, you can maybe make a few guesses as to what we're going to be going ahead and putting here. But I'm not going to give it away. What I'm going to do instead is just get to work on constructing what I have to construct. And then once it's all put in place, then maybe I will show you and we can share our little secret. Which isn't actually a secret, by the way, because you're going to find out eventually. But I just thought I would interest you a little bit with the size and width and depth of this room, just so that you could speculate a little bit before we end up revealing the grand finale of builds, I guess. It's not actually the best build ever, but you know what? I think it's quite exciting, so I thought I would try and build up some excitement with this short clip. So we're just back at base because there are a few things that I need to get up together. First of all, we're going to head over to the sheep farm and utilize it. And a slime must have died here. I don't want those slime balls though. They can go ahead and rot on the ground. So we need some red wool. Where is the red wool? It is not this side. It must be on the other side. It is on this side. Here it is. So hopefully we can grab some of this without... Oh god. I need to be able to grab it. Give it. Oh, I need more than that. I need at least 2 pieces. Give me the axe. I'm going in. There we go. That is more than enough. 5 pieces. That should be good. Okay, so that's the first step complete. And we also need some more orange terracotta. So I'm going to head outside. And we're going to try and find ourselves some clay. So that we can dig it up and smelt it. And therefore create ourselves some terracotta. So I'm just going to get rid of the shears first of all. Bye shears. In you go. Our axe is there. We've got ourselves the orange dye. Or the components to make orange dye. Let's grab the cart. Head off in this direction. So... I'm almost complete. Sorry, I'm almost complete. I'm almost done completing the build that I'm hiding away from you guys for now. And it's turned out pretty damn cool, if I must say so myself. So I'm pretty excited to show you guys. But, of course, I'm not going to show you until it's fully complete and we can get a good view of it. At the moment, it's kind of difficult to view it because... You know, it's only too wide, the gap that I dug, and it's not really wide enough to get a good look at it. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to finish it up once I've taken these few blocks back over to the Guardian farm. And then I'm going to do a little bit more digging and hopefully create enough space for us to get a good look at it. Because, as I said, I don't want the grand reveal to be to be continuing, or I don't want the build to be revealed in a situation where you can't get a good look at it. That's what I'm trying to say. So, as I said, I'm going to try and create a bit of space so that we can get a good view of the build itself, and then we can take a look together. But for now, I need to fly, and I can't. Oh dear. Here, I can jump off this ledge. 1, 2, and go. Okay, so we need some clay, as I mentioned. Here's some. That'll do me. So I'll take 8 pieces, I think. Let's just eat quickly before we do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And collect all of those. There we go. And then, of course, back to base to smelt these up. There we go. Made it up the first time. So I think I will just cut here. Go ahead and smelt the terracotta, dye it orange the way it needs to be. And then I'll meet you guys back at the Guardian farm. Are you guys ready for the big reveal? Because I know I am. I've been doing a lot of digging around here to get this set up, ready for you guys to take a look at. So the hard work has hopefully paid off. And I'm really praying that you guys are going to enjoy what I've built. I'll do a little bit of explaining after I've revealed it. But do you guys have any guesses what it is? Did you guess right? You'll find out in a second. You'll find out right now, actually. 3, 2, 1. Boom! So we went ahead and built a pixel art guardian face. You might be noticing a few things about it immediately, so I'll talk about those in a second. We're yet to finish the diorite border that goes around the outside, and I actually need to dig the room 1 block higher as well. I miscalculated during the digging, but that's fine. Should be easy to rectify. And of course, this room is a blank canvas at the moment, so we're going to be working on it and continuing to improve it over time anyway. So the immediate thing that you'll notice is that the eye is only half complete. And the reason for that isn't because I forgot materials. The reason for that is because this guardian face is going to have a function in this room. And the function is that the items from the farm are going to be sucked up by the hoppers here. And just a quick side note, I did block it off if you're wondering why you can't see any guardians. So the items from the guardians are going to be sucked up by these hoppers. They're going to be sent down below or above or on the sides, depending on how this room shapes up. Then they're going to be brought up a water elevator behind the guardian face. And they're going to flow out through the eye of the guardian and into some more hoppers where they'll then be sorted. So I know this is a little bit overkill and it's very unnecessary, but I think it's going to make a cool addition to the room. So once complete, there's going to be a water streams coming out of the eyes with all of the loot flying out and dropping down into some hoppers below somewhere down there. And that is the plan for this build. So at this point, I'm still working, of course, and still trying to map out how big the room needs to be and what we need to build and all that sort of good stuff. But I'm figuring that the killing chamber is going to remain on this layer as it is right now. And we're going to build a sort of balcony system that allows us to look over at the guardian face. So I'll give that a sort of explanation right now. So we'll have a, let's just say 15 block gap between the guardian face and the balcony. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's just say it's here. So we have the 2 central blocks right there. We actually just need to put some down at this. So we have the 2 central blocks, and we could extend it like this, and we could come out like that. And then 2 more maybe. 2 more, and then you could have a joining section right here. So like that, and then of course it would be semicircular in shape. And you could walk up to the edge, and of course all of this stone would be missing, and you can just look down at the guardian face and everything that's going on down there. Then somewhere around the edges, so that's why I'm beginning to dig out this segment here, we will have staircases that lead us down. And of course it doesn't actually need to be a physical staircase. It could be an elevator of sorts, so a water elevator or just a simple drop elevator. Who knows, it could even use slime blocks. We'll figure that out in the future. But we need a way to get down to the bottom, because that is where we're going to home, or house I should say, all of the loot that this farm picks up. So I think that's where this build is heading in terms of direction. We're going to have an overhang that looks down into a room down below. Of course, things aren't particularly even, so the top floor is going to be a lot higher up than the Sorry, what am I trying to say here? So the bottom floor is going to have a way higher ceiling height than the top floor, but that should be fine. There should be no issues there. And I also want to implement a system where we can have a window that looks into the chute that drops the guardians down into the farm. So what I mean by that is we'll extend the ceiling up here. So we'll extend this part of the ceiling up. Oh dear, that's going to bring water in, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. We're good, we're good. So we'll extend this part of the ceiling here upwards. And then we will break into this area here where the guardians are, and we'll have a glass viewing panel that goes all the way up to the surface of the ocean, or wherever the ocean begins. And that way we can see the guardians drop down into the farm. We can come in here, kill them, get all of the loot. Well, we won't get the loot. The loot will go down below or up above or somewhere. It will come around the back of the guardian face and out through the eye, and then into a collection system that sorts all the items at the bottom. So I think that's going to be really damn cool when we finally get it all built. So I'll continue working here. I'm just, as you can see, I was just working at digging out a little bit more space so that we can start implementing some of the design work, because that's what's important at the moment, is to get the room dug out so that we can actually start implementing the design, as I said. And then once we have something more to show you guys, I will rejoin you with the video and we can catch up. Alright you guys, welcome back to the video. So as you can see, we have made slight progress once more. The Guardian head pixel art is still so cool. I just wanted you to take another look at it. Okay, so as I was saying, we've made some more progress, and I think I've decided that the top layer of this farm, the killing chamber, I want it to be half slabs, and I think I'm going to use the prismarine brick slabs here. I think they look good, but we need a border block, so a block that's going to sit on the edge of the half slabs that sort of divides the half slabs from the opening, because I need to remind you that all of this area is going to be dug right down to that level there, so we're going to have a huge overhang. So we need a border block to prevent the half slabs from looking strange. And then I think either we could put a fence along these border blocks or glass. I think glass might actually be a better option. And it will still allow us to look out towards the eye where the items are coming out from, and we'll be able to see them dropping down to the floor below. However, I don't know what to choose. I think the dark oak logs look good, and so does the dark prismarine, but I've just had another thought. I do want to use some diorite in this build because the, again, inspiration from the Hermitcraft server, they are using diorite in their guardian farm, and it looks pretty damn cool. So I'm just going to feed some of this into the design here, like so, and I'll take it all the way to the other side as well, because I'm thinking actually this is probably the right choice, the diorite, because the diorite is going to be the accent block in this room. It's not going to be taking up too much space. So I think the diorite could work well here, and then we could extend it up to the ceiling on the sides, like so, just to create a sort of divide. There we go. So if we extend out to the ceilings on either side and have slabs all the way throughout this area, we could probably convert these into stair blocks if we have any more of those. We have 2. We're going to need a couple more though, so let's just craft some more. Dark prismarine's running out as well. I think after this episode I'm going to have to take a trip back to the base to pick up some more blocks, because we're running out. We don't even have enough shards in here to create any more prismarine bricks, so we are literally on the brink of running out. So I'm going to place in some of those there as well, like so, I think. Of course, the rest, those 2 blocks and any stone blocks on the sides are also going to be prismarine brick, but we have to leave that for now. So that's how the entrance to the killing chamber is going to look. And of course there'll be half slabs covering all of this area. Then we need to come up with a wall design, which again could be kind of tricky, but I'm figuring that we might be able to just do a trim, like a white trim, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure that out in the next episode maybe, or in a coming episode at least. But overall, this should work out quite well, because I've been standing here for a while just taking a look and kind of trying to gauge what we'll be able to see from this point. And we should be able to see the items sputtering out of the eye and down into this section below, wherever they end up landing. Of course, I don't actually know where they're going to land right now. We need to test it first. And then we'll have hoppers down there that just pick up the items and send them into a sorting system that will probably contain either silos or something similar that will be on the sides, maybe underneath, well, not underneath, but to the sides over there and stretching back in this direction. The bit I'm worried about, the main bit of this build that I'm worried about is the ceiling. I'm not quite sure what to do because there's water right above these blocks here, or at least gravel that falls down and allows water in. So we're going to have to think of a cool design that maybe extends out into the water. As I said, I'm not entirely sure yet what we're going to do about that, but we will think about it in the coming episodes because, of course, right now we are working on the Guardian farm and the killing chamber for those Guardians. So I think that's where I'm going to call it for this episode, you guys. We got a lot of stuff done again. We got ourselves a pixel art Guardian head, which I know I've said it a million times already, but I think this is pretty damn cool. I hope you guys like it too and like the idea that I've came up with. As I said, it is a tiny bit overkill, but who cares, right? It's Minecraft, it's a game. At the end of the day, you have to let your creativity run wild, and that is exactly what we're trying to do. So, thank you very much for watching this episode. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed bringing together this pixel art and starting to get the foundations together for this room. I think it's going to look really damn cool when it's done. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like down below. That helps the channel out, and it also helps me to gauge the reaction that I'm getting from these videos, which is always helpful. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or any comments at all, drop those down in the comment section below as well, because I'm always looking forward to reading what you guys have to say about what we're doing in the world. And definitely let me know if you have any ideas about the direction in which we could take this room. And finally, if you're new around here, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is free after all, and it will allow you to stay up to date with this series and any other videos that I decide to post on the channel. So once again, you guys, thank you very, very much for taking time out of your day to come and watch my video. It's always much appreciated. It's good to have you guys around here. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families and your loved ones, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.